The Russian company Tupolev has developed several models of advanced bombers. These include Tupolev Tu-22M Backfire. This bomber was developed in the 1960s and is a variable sweep wing fighter, aircraft that can be adjusted for flight at different speeds. It can fly at supersonic speeds and is used for strategic strikes and naval attacks. Top speed, about 2,300 km/h. Range, about 5,100 km. Tupolev Tu-160 NATO Blackjack. This aircraft is known as the White Swan, Белый Лебедь. It is the heaviest and fastest strategic bomber ever built. It is designed to carry both nuclear missiles and conventional ammunition. Top speed, about 2,020 km/h, Mach 2+. Range, about 12,300 km. Wing system, variable sweep wing for improved performance at different speeds. Tupolev Tu-144, Concordski. Although not a bomber, the Tu-144 was the world's first supersonic passenger aircraft, flying in 1968, 2 months before the Franco-British Concorde. However, due to technical problems and accidents, it was soon out of service. The aircraft was nicknamed Concordski because of its resemblance to the Concorde. Tu-144, the Soviet Supersonic from YouTube, explains the history of this aircraft, which was the first supersonic passenger aircraft. The Tupolev Tu-22M, NATO reporting name Backfire, is a long-range, supersonic, variable sweep-wing strategic bomber. The aircraft was developed by the Soviet Union's Tupolev Design Bureau in the 1960s. Features: variable sweep wing. The Tu-22M has variable sweep wings. This feature allows the aircraft to maneuver at low speeds for better takeoff and landing, and at high speeds, the wings can be folded back to reduce drag, allowing it to fly faster than the speed of sound. Speed and capabilities: it can fly at speeds of around 2,300 km/h, Mach 2+. The aircraft is designed for tactical and maritime strike. Weapons: the Tu-22M can carry a wide range of weapons, including conventional bombs, rockets, missiles, and high explosive ammunition. It is also equipped with a Tu-160 cannon in the rear for protection. Usage: the aircraft was used by the Soviet Air Force and is currently used by the Russian Air Force. It has participated in several military operations, including the Soviet-Afghan War and the military operation in Syria. History: development of the Tu-22M began after the original Tu-22 was found to have several weaknesses, such as poor speed and range. Tupolev therefore designed a completely new aircraft using the name Tu-22M to facilitate approval by the Soviet government. First flight: the first generation of the Tu-22M made its maiden flight on August 30th, 1969. Production of the aircraft began in 1972, and several generations were built, the latest of which is the modernized Tu-22M-3M. Operations: during the Cold War, the Tu-22M was used primarily to counter the US Navy. The aircraft has appeared in several conflicts and is still part of the Russian strategic forces. The Tupolev Tu-160 is known as the White Swan, Белый Лебедь, in Russia, and as the Blackjack outside NATO. It is the world's heaviest and fastest strategic bomber ever built. It was designed in the 1970s in the Soviet Union to compete with the US B-1 Lancer bomber. Key features: size and weight. The Tu-160 is the largest combat aircraft ever built, with a length of 54.1 meters and an unloaded weight of 110 tons. When fully loaded, it can have a maximum takeoff weight of 275 tons. Variable sweep wing. The aircraft has wings that can be effectively swept back. During takeoff and landing, the wings extend to increase lift, and at high speeds, the wings sweep back to reduce drag, allowing it to fly faster than the speed of sound. Speed and range. The Tu-160 can fly at a maximum speed of 2,220 km/h, Mach 2+. Its range is about 12,300 km without refueling. Engine: it is powered by 4 Kuznetsov NK-32 afterburning turbofan engines, providing the most powerful thrust for a combat aircraft. Weapons: the aircraft can carry a large amount of ammunition in 2 internal compartments. With a total payload of 45,000 kg, it can be equipped with cruise missiles, such as the KH-55MS and Kamenyu-no-Hanto, which can carry nuclear or conventional warheads. History and role. Development: the Tu-160 project began in the early 1970s and made its first flight on December 18, 1981. It entered service with the Soviet Air Force in 1987. Role: the Tu-160's primary role is to conduct strategic strikes, deep into enemy territory, using hypersonic missiles to penetrate enemy air defenses. It is also an important part of Russia's strategic triad. Modernization. The Russian Air Force is currently modernizing the Tu-160 into a Tu-160M version with advanced avionics, computers, and a new engine, NK-3202, that could increase its efficiency and flight range by up to 1,000 km. The Tupolev Tu-144, nicknamed Concordski, was the world's first supersonic transport aircraft. It first flew on December 31, 1968, 2 months before the Franco-British Concorde, giving the Soviet Union a major political and technological victory during the Cold War. General characteristics. Similar appearance, the Tu-144 bore a striking resemblance to the Concorde, with its drooping nose and delta wing. This appearance has led some aviation experts to suspect that Soviet spies had stolen Concorde's designs, leading to its nickname Concordski. Speed and capability. The Tu-144 could fly slightly faster than the Concorde, with a maximum speed of about 3500 km, Mach 215. Compared to the Concorde's 2,179 km range, Mach 204. However, the Tu-144 had one major drawback. It had to use afterburners throughout supersonic flight, which consumed a lot of fuel and caused a lot of noise in the cabin, problems and failures. Despite being the first to fly, the Tu-144 was not a commercial success due to a number of problems, including a disastrous accident on June 3, 1973. A Tu-144 crashed at the Paris Air Show in France. The accident killed 14 people, 6 crew and 8 ground personnel, and severely damaged the aircraft's reputation. Loss of confidence. After the crash, the Tu-144 continued to be used for cargo and mail transport from 1975 to 1977 and began carrying passengers in 1977, but only for a short time. In May 1978, another aircraft crashed during a test flight, which led Aeroflot to decide to stop passenger flights altogether. Noise and costs. The loud engine noise made it difficult for passengers to communicate. In addition, its high fuel consumption also caused significant losses. End of program. The Tu-144 program was officially terminated in 1983. However, some aircraft continued to be used for research purposes, including a joint project with the US Space Agency, NASA, in the 1990s to study supersonic flight. The Tu-144's final flight was on June 26, 1999.